Give him a break, give him a break, you gotta give him a break, man. Give him a flake, you got to give him a flake, man.
Hey, it's Give Me a Break Man with
Mully here in Shizuoka.
And I'm sitting in front of a, you can't see this, Mully, you'll see it in a few minutes when you see the video. I'm sitting in front of a school now, and you can see the Japanese flag, which is very rare in Japan, right?
Oh wow, nice.
You don't see many people with the Japanese flag, and I'm going to show people the Hana Fubuki. As you can see, you guys on my end, the flowers, the hanami is just winding down. This is the end of it, and all the poor little cherry blossoms have fallen on the ground.
Yeah.
But that's not why we're here today. How is it over in Shizuoka? You still have cherry blossoms out there? Or?
Yeah, they're still out there, but I think they're going to be gone by this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's it. This is the best time of the year. After this, you might as well just leave Japan. There's no point living here anymore.
Right.
Now, people, Mully, have been complaining that they're tired of seeing the same thing over and over when I walk.
Okay.
So today I'm taking a different route.
Okay.
A different part of the neighborhood. I actually walked 10 minutes away from my house.
And I'm not wearing my hat today.
Well, I was afraid you were going to say underwear, which wouldn't bother me.
Well, I'm not wearing those either.
Well, today we're going to do two videos for you today. The first one's a quick question answer video. And oh, by the way, I am wearing my cat, my dead cat, which is good.
Okay.
Because it's really, which is lucky because it's really windy today. So you guys, let me tell me if this worked okay, because it's super windy right now. Okay, so I got an email from a guy who has been studying in the States for a couple years, studying Japanese, of course. And he says, he starts off with, well, I don't really like studying with a Japanese textbook.
Yeah, I understand.
Fair enough.
That.
Yeah, okay. He says it's boring, so he wanted to know. So what he did was he got a Japanese person online, and they're doing a kind of exchange, a female, but she happens to be from Kansai. And now 2 years have passed, and he thinks that he's afraid that his accent is a bit too strong, Kansai wise, right? He's got the Kansai bend. Sure. Right, and he wants to know if he's going to sound silly, especially after he saw my last video about learning Japanese. He wants to know if he's going to sound silly speaking with a Kansai bend.
Well, not if he lives in Kansai.
Of course, if he lives in Kansai, he'll be okay. Oh,
right.
I gotta adjust this thing. Okay.
Well, yeah, like you had mentioned that to me last night, and like I was saying, one of the huge differences between being a foreigner and a native speaker is that people from Kansai, if they go to Tokyo, they can switch their language to fit the area. Right. Whereas a foreigner,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Whereas as a second language, you just know what you've learned. So yeah, I'm like I was telling you last night. I'm sure there are things that you say in Japanese sound very Nagoya, and there are things I say in Japanese are very Shizuoka. You know.
And it's more difficult for us to tell the difference between one and the other. Right. People are turning around and seeing what I'm doing here. Yeah. So we can't. If we live in America, and it's some of us, I guess, in America can switch our accents a little bit or change it a little bit so it's not so heavy.
Sure. You know to say
it completely.
Yeah. Like if I go to Florida, I know to say soda instead of pop.
Actually, I don't know that.
No, okay.
I never say pop anywhere. But see, well, there's an example for you. It's hard even for native speakers to switch sometimes. So the same thing in Japanese, right?
Right.
And even harder for non-natives, right? We're not going to know the difference.
Right.
Now, there's something in Japanese called Hyojungo, which is basically standard Japanese. When you learn Japanese, you're supposed to learn that first. And that's what you learn with your textbooks. You learn standard Japanese. There's some expressions that are, nationally recognized, but some are not, and some of them are only said in certain areas. Like, well, let me ask you, Mully, if you know, how do you say thank you in Kobe or our Kyoto area?
I believe it's okini.
Yes, that's right. That's a pretty famous one, okini. And well, do you have any from Shizuoka area?
Like if you say kamoshiranai. We say kashin. Yeah, we say kashin. So kashin.
So kashin.
Yeah, so
kashin. So Shizuoka area. Right?
Yeah.
So if you were to go to Tokyo or Nagoya and say that, most people would not understand that. Right. Or they might understand it, but they might think it's a bit odd. That
yeah,
that
probably sound. Oh man, you sound local.
Right, right. So the question is, he asks, is he going to sound silly? Well, not if you can switch in between them. You know, if he can, if he knows the Hyojungo, the standard Japanese as well, I think it's fine. But the problem is, he kind of, I think my opinion is, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you're completely avoiding the textbook.
Yes.
I highly recommend learning standardized Japanese first, and then, you know, having fun with the Ben. They're called Ben, by the way. Ben means dialect.
Right.
So Kansai Ben means Kansai dialect.
Well, this is
and they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun, but yeah.
This is kind of interesting because I'm like him. I don't like to study, so I learned my Japanese on the job, working, being around the people, immersing myself, living here. So
strip bars.
So I've got a lot. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of things in the way I speak that are just Shizuoka, and some of them I don't know that they're just Shizuoka. You know.
Right.
Other things.
Here's one from Nagoya. Do you understand this one? Just to test you out. Asobi ni koya. Would you understand that? Asobi ni koya.
Come on out with us?
Yeah, come and play with us.
Yeah.
So instead of saying kite, they would say koya.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and instead of saying tabete, they say tabeya, that kind of things. The ending.
I had never heard that before, but just I kind of figured out what it meant. Hello? Yeah.
Oh, I lost you for a second. You figured it out, yeah. Yeah, you can tell from the context.
Right.
Actually, when you watch Japanese dramas, they will subtitle, these are beautiful flowers, by the way, they will subtitle the dialects from other areas, right? So if you watch a TV show that's placed in Kansai or Osaka, you will actually see that they have subtitled it for the other Japanese people. So, you know, it's not that big a deal. You know, even Japanese people have a little difficulty with their own dialects.
Sure.
Of course, Americans don't have that problem.
Yeah, I've heard that up in the Tohoku region, like Aomori.
Oh, that's really tough.
Yeah, I've heard that even Japanese people, it's like one of us going down in like deep Louisiana or something.
Here's a Japanese lesson for you that I learned about Aomori Ken. How do you say eat in Aomori Ben?
Oh, I'd have no idea.
Ke.
Really?
That's it.
Huh.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Just ke. So ke means go ahead and eat.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they have all these different expressions for different areas. But no big deal. Anyway, my recommendation to this guy would be go back and learn, get yourself a textbook and sit down and learn the standard Japanese way to say your most useful expressions that you need, right?
Yeah, and I would imagine if you've got a slight command of the Kansai, it would make learning the what you call it, Hojun?
Hyojungo, right?
Hyojungo. It would probably make it a lot easier to learn it.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have a foot up at least.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. Okay. So this is our first video for today, and Mully and I have another one lined up for you in a minute. The next one's going to be a quiz. This is going on Give Me a Flake Man. The other one's going to go on Give Me a Break Man. So go ahead and check that one out too. That's going to be a little quiz that Mully's prepared for me. He's going to be using, he's what's it called? Mission control?
Yes, right? Mission control.
He's going to be the mission control, and he's going to tell us what the answers are, and I'm going to be just wandering around, walking around neighborhoods as we chat. So come join us over there. Again, that's warm-up strat, but this will go up on the Give Me a Breakman channel, so I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys.
Thanks, Mully.
See ya.
See you guys in a few minutes.
Will teach you about all the things in Japan that you wanted to see, and some things you won't believe.